Yesterday there was an announcement in the RSI Comlink, and let's just say there's some good news and some bad news. Let's start off with the bad news. Patch 3.18 is delayed. Again! If you guys didn't know, I made a video last September predicting that 3.18 would be delayed to late November or early December. A month later, I was proven right when they announced they delayed it to early December. And up until last week, they were still committed to the whole "oh yes, 3.18 is definitely coming out this year" spiel, when it became insanely obvious that that wouldn't happen. But Christmas is now less than a week away, 3.18 is still in the PTU, and now we have confirmation that 3.18 won't be live until January next year. Although I'll be honest, CIG are so bad with dates at this point that I wouldn't be surprised if we don't see 3.18 released until February or even March. This would also make 2022 probably the worst year for Star Citizen in terms of content releases. We're talking about one major patch for the entire year and 5 smaller patches, with one of them being a big content update, compared to 2021 where there were 3 major patches with their associated smaller patches and 3.16, or 2020 where there were 4 major patches with their associated smaller patches. But it's not all bad for Star Citizen. Once again, they have smashed their funding record, and 2022 will be their most lucrative year, and the year's not even over yet. And this is despite releasing the least amount of content this year. So great job, guys. What do you guys think about Star Citizen in 2022? Let me know in the comments below. And there's more good news. Even though 3.18 won't be coming this year, in the same post they've announced that they intend to open up the PTU to all testers this week. But I want to stress, they didn't say they will or commit to open it up this week. They said that's their current target, which can allow them to delay another week or so if something comes up. And I wouldn't be surprised if they did. So at least you'll be able to experience 3.18 in a buggier state, hopefully before the end of the year. And also, everything in 3.18 is committed, so nothing's been cut. Maybe except for the Drake Corsair, but that was moved up to 3.17, so that doesn't matter. At the time, I believe they would prioritize releasing 3.18 by the end of this year by cutting content from 3.18 and perhaps moving it to 3.18.1. I actually would be okay with that if that meant 3.18 could go live by December. But I guess the devs decided they would rather keep everything in 3.18 than cut some out and release it this year. Or it wasn't possible to cut content from 3.18, so they had no choice. The last roadmap roundup will be tomorrow or today, depending on when I upload this. I don't expect anything interesting from it, but if there is anything interesting, I might just leave a pinned comment below this video. And let me know in the comments below what you guys think of all this. And while it's unfortunate that 3.18 is delayed again, I do have a ton of info on one of the most anticipated features of 3.18 that will help you prepare for when 3.18 comes out, both in the PTU and on live servers, which you can watch right here.